In today challenge, we will create and configure an EC2 instance that uses a user data script. Okay, so by using a user data script, we will launch EC2 instance. So what is the step? So first, what we'll do, go to the EC2 services. Either you can search here or you can click recently visited site. So EC2, go to the EC2, then create a key pair. So there are two options you can see in the resources. There are key pairs. Otherwise, you can go left and search key pair option in network and security. There is a key pair. So I have to launch that EC2 instance in Ohio region. So I have just selected Ohio. Then create a key pair and then create a key pair. Okay. After creating a key pair, just go to the next step. Okay. So EC2 dashboard. Then launch instance. So why we required a key pair? So to access EC2 instances by using a SSH, you can access key and secret key known as key pair. Okay. So in second step, what will we do? Create a security group. Just go to the security group and create a security group. So basically security group is the virtual firewall. Okay. So for creating security group, you have to first create a VPC. So in previous lecture we have already created a VPC, so you can refer from there. So just type a name wavesg, then description you can put here, allow HTTP and SSH, and then select in drag and drop option challenge VPC. Okay. After that you just configure your inbound rule. So add inbound rule, you can create an inbound rule. So there are two rules, inbound and outbound rule. So incoming traffic will be allow in inbound rule. So just I'm selecting a SSH because I have to access that EC2 by using SSH. Okay, and then anywhere IPv4 can select. Okay, and now add the rules and select HTTP. HTTP. Why we require the HTTP? To access the web server web page, we required HTTP, and then IPv4 anywhere. So there are two rules I have configured. And then create a security group. So create a security group has been created. You can check the security group, is it created or not. So just go to the security group and verify it is created or not. So go to the security group, and that is WebSG. You can also change the tag, manage tag. Why a tag is required? So you can identify resource easily by creating a tag. So named should be like there is a two things. first is key and another is value. So name is key and value is WebSG. Okay, so we have created a key pair and security group. Next step is, so we have already in previous lecture we have already created a VPC. Okay, then there is a subnets we created, and this lecture we are creating a EC2. Okay, now just launch the EC2. Okay, you go to the instance, there is a launch option. Okay, what will you use? Name, like I've just put the name web server. Okay, and selected the Amazon Linux and go to the drag and drop option. I'm taking a free tier eligible Amazon Linux 2 AMI, and then come to the next step. Go to the instance type T2 micro. It's because I'm using for the testing purpose. So one virtual CPU and 1 GB memory is enough, and it's also eligible for free tier eligibility. So I will take this one. Then select the key pair. Just go to the web server key pair and select that key pair, and then go to the VPC. Go to the edit option in network setting. There is a VPC option. You can select it from here because it's in default. You select a challenge VPC what I have created previously. Okay, then where you want to launch which subnet, that is public one because web server is always in public phases. If you are using for database, then you can launch it's a private subnet, so it's a public one. Okay, and what is the availability zone you are using? So this is a US is 2A. Okay, security group. So I am selecting a select existing security group and drag and drop and go to the WebSG. Okay, so this is the existing security group. Now come to the advanced details. You go to the advanced details, and in details there is a metadata version. Metadata version, previously I have discussed about it, like metadata version. You can select it or it's not required. Okay, so you just see the info why we are using meta. You can run v1 v2 or just v2. If you do not specify a value, the default is v1 v2. If no value is specified, the value of source template will still be used. Template value is not specified, then the default API value will be used. So that is the version you are selecting, that one. So I'm just taking a v1 and v2 optional. Okay, now this is the different this is the main part, like you just use a EC2 instance by using a script. Okay, so user data, this is the optional. You just put the script like bin bash, yum update, yum hyphen y, all the commands you can put here. And now after putting the script part, okay, you are ready to launch the server. Okay, now go to the server, launch it, and you can check here in instance. You can see one instance is pending state, and wait for 5 minutes. It may take at least 5 minutes for the installation of the web server software to finish. Okay, then you can test it. So now state is running, and system check should be pass 2 by 2. System check should be passed. So it's initializing state, and okay, you can check here public IP, receive the public IP. So go to the instance ID, okay, and now just copy it a public IP and check in the URL. Just open the URL and check, type the public IP, and you can check the test page of the Apache server. Okay, so you can check that one. So what is the step? Created a key pair, created a security group to allow SSH and HTTP traffic, then created an EC2 instance by using a user data script to create an Apache web server. Okay, so that's all for the today lecture. We will see next in the next lecture, next lab in the. So you just copy the public IP